Welcome back to Lone Survival. This is episode 2. Apparently, I'm terrible at making introductions. I totally forgot about it when I started rolling clip. So, if last you watched the first episode, we were attacked by a set of raiders that came down in a drop pod and tried to take us out at the knees as we were trying to get our starter base going. So, I'm just going to flow into that clip. I apologize for being so abrupt and sudden. I will learn one day, maybe on how to make proper YouTube videos. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Alright, seeing as we almost got murdered, I think now is high time to add door. A door? Just door. We're going to add door. No, we're going to add a door to our home, our hobbit hole for now. I don't want to get murdered. Luckily, we've got some massive cash flow in terms of stone. So that's nice. I think piston has reached its end. Let's double check that. Okay, so it's reached its maximum distance. Let's turn the drill off. What I'll do is probably just retract that, take the drill off, throw a rotor on there, and then point a drill like left, up, right, or down, or whatever, and just have it rotate and bore out a large hole. But I won't bore you with that. So yeah, we'll build this door. We'll get that rotating drill up on here, and then we'll work on some more power production. And then, maybe then, we start to look for a rover, a decent rover that can get us around without the fear of flipping, or maybe even something that we can use to flatten out paths so that we're not like almost dying every turn we take. It's tough too, especially with the lack of what do you call it, third-person view. Like cresting over any hills is scary. It's wicked scary. So yeah, let me work on that, and we will be back. All right, so the drill is complete. The awkward spinning, rotating arm of death. This will propel us into the next evolution of our conquering the rock. First, what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the drill and not stand in front of it. Let it open up a little space. I'm going to spin it downwards, hopefully. Oh yeah, that's moving much smoother now. Yeah, this makes me nervous. I don't think that's going to cut it. Maybe I'll have to take control of it and then use like the right-click feature. There's a little terrain difference. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Yep, there we go. That just blew up. That's good. That's very good. Something got damaged. Oh, the rotor head just friggin' popped off. I tried to fly up there. Okay. That's still good. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Alright, so now, I guess my foolproof plan was not foolproof. I thought that was going to help us. That didn't help us. What we could do, I guess, is stack a couple blocks, right? I guess stack conveyors. One and then one up. And then attach the drill head to that, so it's a smaller rotation. Let's try that out. Let me get all the stuff slapped together for that, and I'll be back so that we can show you the actual thing in process instead of boring you with the building side of things. Alright, Mojo versus drill, take 2. Alright, so we added this little S shape here, and added the drill so it's got a shorter throw. Hopefully, we're gonna have to like rotate it this way because we've already cleared that out. I guess hopefully, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw caution on the wind and try it again. So here's to us failing. All right, like I said, we want to go. I kind of want to see it when I do it. There we go. It doesn't work. And it looks like it might have enough clearance. Maybe we have to get... Oh, no. Alright, it's a race against time. Alright, it's moving a lot slower than I expect. Trying to think of how we can do this so we don't get screwed. Maybe put another drill coming out that way. That'll clear an outer path for the inner one to rotate. Bruh. I don't know. I think that's actually not too bad of an idea. Let's try... Okay. I was wrong. Take 2. I failed. I'm gonna come up with a different plan. And action. Me and the rocks. Take 3. You can clearly see what my idea is. I made scaffolding. I cleared this area out. I think it's big enough. I hope it's big enough. Let's see. I'm ready for the explosion. Was that? I thought that was 80. I was going to say yes, it was. All right. I'm going to consider this a success. I think we add a little bit more to the power gen now. I'm going to formulate something. Power gen and then probably a new vehicle to get around in. Let me mull this over. We'll meet again. Alright, so after a majorly successful mining operation, done on the first try, no other prototypes needed, we were able to score a bunch of resources. So I decided to add another solar panel to our power grid and set up a small grid building station. A lot of folks like to use the landing gear method. I always prefer the large rotor, small rotor head method. At least this way, while you're building it, you've got your batteries on there. It recharges the batteries. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably build something that's a bit more rugged. I want something that we can climb over the terrain with a bit easier. I think I'm going to forego cargo storage on this thing, and I'm just going to make it have an ore detector. Because if we can get cobalt, we're in a rocky area, so if we can get cobalt, the hope is to start making remote drones. Part of this playthrough is going to be with us having restrictions on the cockpits we use. So right now, as a junior engineer, we have access to the rover cockpits, but we do not have atmospheric cockpits or airtight cockpits. That will become apparent later on. Once we get cobalt, we can unlock the atmospheric thrusters, and then we'll have to find a way to unlock hydrogen thrusters because we don't have those schematics. We lost those in the fire. We don't know how to build those. So let's get working on this, and then once we get something laid out, we will search for some ores. Let's go. Alright, so we're complete. It's ready to go. I'm just going to chop this thing down once the battery is filled up. Back it up and slowly roll it downhill. Hopefully it all goes fine. Let me just double check the battery. Alright, we've got about 6 or 7 minutes until that's ready to go. So I'm going to do a couple things around the base, spruce up a bit, make sure production's going well, and we'll be back when those things are charged. Well, alright, before the sun goes down, let's chop this bad boy down. I noticed the folly of my ways, and I fixed it. I had these 2 cargo containers covered up, so there's no way I could access them like a dingus. So I just moved the remote control block up front, added a timer block in case we want to do something with this. And then I also threw the top-mounted camera, so we've got a backup cam, just because we're not using third person. So, all right, it shouldn't go too crazy when we chop this down. All right, let's turn on our backup cam. Whoops. One thing I forgot to add. We do have ore detector on-off, beacon on-off, and then we've got 6x6 drive, so this turns on all propulsion instead of the first two wheels. And then this is the back steering as well, so we can make tighter turns. All right, backup cam. Where'd he go? Let's turn on that extra driving. Oh god. We're already gonna crash it. Let's turn on the extra steering. Alright, we made it safe. Let's turn off the extra propulsion. Let's turn off the extra steering. We did it. Successfully made a vehicle without a jetpack. It is not the fanciest thing on the planet. We are working on getting much more fanciness. But until then, this is going to be our saving grace. I really hope we can get some ore hits like really fast. That'll add a few horsepower for aerodynamics. All in all, this is going to work, I hope. I'm going to do some cruising, and then I will come back when we find some ore. All right, we've got our first ore. It's silicon. I was hoping for the lucky cobalt hit. Looking for iron, cobalt. I guess is the first big hits. I guess silver's a +2. Magnesium is definitely big with all the hostiles roaming around. So yeah, I'm gonna keep scanning. We're gonna keep scanning for cobalt, magnesium. Hopefully get hit on one or the other. But I will check back with you shortly. Well, it looks like I shouldn't have cut out shorter than I did. I guess maybe I should say I shouldn't have cut out as soon as I did. Because if you could see on the screen, we've got silicon bottom right. Just go a little bit further, and we're going to hit some magnesium. So that is a solid find. We're going to have to work towards getting some of that. I'm going to pile that in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to mark this, and then what I'll do is I'll do some more scouting until we hit some cobalt, and then we'll kind of figure out the plan from there. And look at that. Bottom right, cobalt. I've only been searching for roughly 5 minutes for these so far. I feel like we're insanely lucky. The only thing that could make this even better is that cobalt having iron. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna keep you guys here while we check this out. Let's turn on the all-wheel drive to get some boosts. Oh. The terrain is all sorts of crazy like that. So I've been trying to drive as slow as I can. I don't want to flip this thing because it took us a bit to get here, but I'm not driving like an old lady on Sunday. You know what I mean? I don't have the Sunday driving mentality. I've got a sneaking suspicion that we might find iron as soon as we start digging for this cobalt. I'm going to mark this on the GPS, and then we will we'll meet back up in a bit when I decide what the hell I want to do. All right, now we're flooded in cobalt. Apparently, there's an asteroid of cobalt right here. We might want to try to make like a little mining rig to come over here and grab it whenever we need it, like a mining rover. I'll think about that. I did end up grabbing the cobalt. That's why my inventory is full. Actually, let's jump out and drop it in the cargo containers that we made. Wow, that's a massive amount that it can hold. Very good. I always forget how little these can hold. That is it. The cockpit can hold more. All right, let's drop it in the cockpit. and then we will probably go grab that magnesium. I'm going to still search for the iron for a little bit more, and then I might just hit that magnesium and start processing this and then come back out and check some more. Ask and you shall receive. Apparently everything is cobalt. This whole valley, cobalt. This is the third independent cobalt vein I found. Hopefully this one has some iron attached. Let's turn on... Oh, okay. I'll take silver. That's actually a pretty solid find. We can start making med kits and... Not med kits, survival kits and whatnot, and start making larger rovers once we kind of get to that point. That's nice. Let's keep viewing this area in the hopes that there is some iron. Alright, mark this, move along. Alright, I don't think I could ever complain about my luck here. We've got silver, we've got gold, we've got cobalt, we've got magnesium. Magnesium to make the magazines. So we've got all the ones we really need. We could just, for now, make a large grid drill rig to bore out rock from the earth that we're in now and work off of that until we find some iron veins. But I really can't complain. With a rover, we found a bunch of really good stuff. So I'm going to load up on some of the stuff I found. I think I'm going to go grab the magnesium. I've marked all the ones we found so far. I'm going to grab the magnesium and then head back to base and start refining so we can get some weapons. And then maybe look at thrusters. I think cobalt is a fair unlock for atmospheric thrusters, as in like the normal progression system. I think that's a fair option because we don't have the survival pod to work off of. So I think now that we've found cobalt, I'll make that acceptable as our progression for atmospheric atmospheric thrusters. And well, I guess that'll be our first progression unlock, our major milestone. So let me gather some stuff, and I will meet you back at the base. And here we are, safely at home, with our sweet, sweet haul of magnesium and cobalt. I think the next thing I want to do is start working on the drill again, get that up and operational. I think all I have to do is just turn it back on and have it push forward with the drill, and I will get some more tasty stone to kind of fill up these reserves so we can start cranking out other builds. Although we do have a bunch of silicon and nickel, so I'm not too worried about that. It's just really the iron to kind of go through. So yeah, let's work on that. And then once I figure out what I want to do next, I will check back in with you dudes. All right, so after a little bit of thinking, a little bit of drilling, I think part of me wanted to build inside here just for the protection. And I know that I hate drilling within a rock to build a base. I've done an asteroid base. We've actually done one on the current stream playthrough we're doing on a community server on Twitch. And I've done enough drilling for now. Part of me thinks I should still try to do a hillside base. I've never done a hillside base. And then the other part of me thinks that I should build out in the open. Whoa. Thinking maybe we scout out, see if we can find an area we like. I'm still torn. I've been thinking about this for the last like 10 minutes. I'm still torn. So I don't know. Maybe we take a look and see if we can find a future base. If we find something we like, we'll decide that's where we go. If not, we will go inside the mountains, I guess. sorry for the weird jump. I started talking after I got off the ATV, and I was choking. So, yeah, I think this is where I want to create the base. It's really not that far from where we are now. I think we're like right over there. Maybe over there. Hey, maybe we should bring up our thing and check. We're right there. It's got a lot of nice sun. It's got a really cool view. Never noticed that planet right there. Looks pretty badass. I like the view here, so I think maybe what we do is we make a base here. If we notice we're getting attacked way too much, and we try to bulk up our defenses and it still is to no avail, we'll retreat to the caves, but I think we'll be able to withstand some forces right out in the open. And I really do dig this view, so this is, well, let's mark this as the home. Future, I was gonna say home mojo together, but I don't think that would have came out as I wanted to. So we're gonna say future home for now. And this is actually a good point to end the episode. I do want to thank you all for coming by and checking this out for our second episode. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. Let me know if you got any suggestions for us, any recommendations. I appreciate you checking out this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If not, I appreciate you hanging out for this long to the end. So I'm going to reiterate this. I mentioned this last ending, but we do stream on the Twitch Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We go 8:30 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. We've got a Discord server. Right now we're playing we're doing a Space Engineers server. So we have an asteroid base, we've got a Mars base. We're doing some fun stuff, so check that out if you're interested. I'll leave the links for that down below. But that is it for me. Dudes and dudettes, take it easy. Thank you for coming by and hanging out. Be good to each other. Peace.